What's up, everybody? Listen, I have three friends that are super collectors. What's considered super collectors, right? I have Bud, who I know he's part of the YouTube family, which a lot of you out there know. I have another friend of mine, which is the Ghost. I made a lot of videos about, reference him in a lot of videos. He doesn't like the camera, so I'm not gonna mention his name. And then I have a friend of mine that has several hundred watches. Yeah, believe it or not, several hundred watches. So tonight, he called me and he asked me should he get this watch. So we're gonna talk about it. We own the night. We own Sunday nights. So let's run the best intro in the watch game, and we'll check it out. Mm. Cheers, family.
It's your host, Richard Prophet. Apex Predator, Last Dragon. I'm at my Lake Mayaka Park with my buddy, Jen. And we're just like, look at the beautifulness of the lake. The birds, the sun, and the sky. Very nice, very nice.
Welcome back, everybody. I am your host, Richard Prophet, the Last Dragon, the eighth god in the city. So we're back. We're actually in New York City. I am actually I'm in my sister-in-law's house. She's making dinner, so I'm real excited for that. But which is actually Thanksgiving leftovers, which to me, I love Thanksgiving leftovers. So for those of you that don't know, the holidays are officially underway stateside in the United States. It is the holidays. Thanksgiving just passed, and it is officially the holiday season in the United States. So happy holidays to everybody within the sound of my voice. Happy holidays. All right, so let's get ready for tonight's video. We own the night. All right, so tonight, that's the sip for tonight. It's going to be a good video, everybody, so buckle up. Cheers, family. All right, so like I said, I have three friends that are super collectors, what I consider to be super collectors, right? So I have my buddy the Ghost. I have my buddy that owns several hundred watches. Believe it or not, he owns several hundred watches. And my guy Bud, who's part of our family here, our YouTube family. So my buddy the Ghost, he owns every modern Rolex piece. Every modern Rolex piece. Like you thought that I had a lot of pieces. He owns every single modern Rolex piece since 2016. Since 2016, every piece that has come out, he's bought it. Catalog pieces, on catalog pieces. My other buddy, he owns several hundred watches. Believe it or not all Rolex. Like he has Panerai, he has AP. He has different brands, but it's several hundred watches. Yeah, and actually, so he's been collecting, for decades, right? Actually, he's who I want to talk about tonight. So in in honor of that, I'm wearing this piece, this GMT, Batman on a Jubilee, Batgirl, Bruce Wayne, whatever, black, blue, black, whatever the Bruiser, whatever you choose to call it. I just call it the Batman or the Batgirl, you know. So whatever you choose to call it is on you. But anyway, most people call it the Batgirl. So, you know, I don't mind calling it the Batgirl. So anyway, I get a phone call. I get a phone call. So now on this channel, like a lot of stuff like will be reserved for like the OTI side of the family, but I'm gonna drop some stuff here that you know you may not know that this is the way it works, or you may whatever. I'm just gonna tell you how it really works. Okay, so we're gonna get into it tonight. I'm checking out a new little microphone system, so hopefully you're hearing me all right. If you're hearing me all right, if you're hearing me all right, drop a dragon in the comments below. Drop a dragon in the comments below. All right, so I get the call from my friend, Super Collector. He tells me, "Hey, Prophet, hey, what's up? Hey, yeah. When are we going out for burgers? This and that. Oh, cool. Yeah. All right. Yeah." He loves burgers as well as I do. Um, he says that he got a call uh, from his AD. Okay, and he offered me this watch. He said the watch is allocated to somebody else, but he knows I don't have it. Well, he asked, "Do I have it?" He knows that I haven't got it from him, so he assumes I don't have it, and he wants to know if I want it before he gives it to the guy that's waiting on it. All right, so I just want to clear something up right now for those that don't know. You know, you have two, three watches, and you think you know, and you're always in your AD pestering him, and you're talking to your sales associate, and you think you know how the AD works. That's all BS. You know that's for the commoners that believe how that is. For those in the business, can you know just confirm exactly what I'm saying here. So what happens is your AD, whenever a new watch is coming out or they're coming in, they're getting a shipment. Uh, Look, I'm going to say something here, okay? So when your AD is getting a shipment, right, the sales associate does not know what they're getting in. It's always a surprise, right? That's true. That is a fact. For those that say that, I've said that years ago. I'm probably the first one that broke that here on the internet, but that's true. That's absolutely true. The sales associate, your rep, or whatever, your AD does not know what he's getting. Okay, I'm gonna break something else here on the internet for all of our family here. Um, the owner of the AD knows what he's getting. That's right. The owner of the AD, no, many of you out there that go to an AD, you're not speaking to the owner, you're speaking to a sales associate. The owner of the AD knows exactly what he's getting, and he actually can request uh, a few pieces. The exact number I wasn't told, but I know that the owner of the AD knows exactly which pieces is he getting, and he can also request. He can make a request. I don't know if they have to oblige him, whatever, but he can make a request. And cheers to you, my friend, for sharing that information with me. And I'm sharing it here with the family. Thank you. So, anyway, The AD tells my friend, because we deal with the owner of the AD now, and he's in our circle. He's our friend. So the owner tells him, I am getting this watch. Do you have it? Because I know you haven't got it from me. He says, no, I haven't. I do not have it. He says, I am getting this watch. Do you want it? It's it's for somebody else, but if you want it, I'll give it to you. Okay, listen to me. So for those that don't know, I've said this years ago, but for those that don't know, let me refresh. For those that know, this is a refresher, but for those that don't know, this is how it works. You get on the list for a watch, or you get allocated a watch. That the super collectors from that particular AD, if they have super collectors, not all the ADs have super collectors. Let's get that right. Not all ADs have super collectors. That's absolutely right. But if your particular AD has a super collector or two or three, they get offered any watch that comes in before those that on the list get it. So people kill me when they say, "Oh, I'm on the list for this watch. My AD says, the next one coming in, I'll get it." Listen, you are on the list for a watch. You only get that watch once the super collectors from that AD either have that watch or do not want it. Then they go down to the VIPs. The VIPs either want it or pass on it, and then it goes to the people on the list. That is how it works. I'm sorry. Anybody in the industry, please confirm down here, down in the comments, so that people can know how the industry works, know how it really is out there. That's how it is out there. I'm sorry. That's how it really works. If you think it's fair and you're on the list, chronological order, oh, I'm number 8, it just does not work like that. The real world does not work like that. It's not fair. Okay. Fair is a word for children. Fair is not a word in the adult vocabulary. Okay, that's just how it is. So anyway, let's get back to the story. So anyway, he says, "Sure, I'll take the watch." Um, And then he calls me. As soon as he hangs up with the AD, he calls me. He says, "Hey, Prophet, hey, what's up, brother? Yeah, we're gonna go eat. Yeah, when I'm back in town, we're gonna right." But no, no, no. I'm calling you. So our buddy offered me this watch. What do you think? And I'm like, all right. So I'm gonna tell you what that watch is. That watch is the GMT. GMT steel, black and green, the lefty, right? The Destro, the Sprite, the Riddler, whatever that name is, whatever you're calling it. I just call it the lefty. So he offered me the lefty GMT. At that point, he didn't tell me that. He said, "Yeah, he'll take it," but he offered me the lefty GMT. He said it was for somebody else, but if I wanted it, I could have it. Now, uh, and what would I think? Should he grab it or should he pass on it? Now, I wanna get into that right now. A lot of people might now. Let's talk about collectors here. Now I'm only talking to the collectors. Sorry about that. It's like every time I'm doing these videos, I get a million phone calls. But anyway, so he says, "Hey, Prophet, I have a lot of GMTs already, and what do you think about the left-handed GMT?" First of all, let me just say this: I think it's a beautiful watch. That green and black. Green is my favorite color. as you can denote from my glasses. Green is my favorite color. And so I just think the green and black is amazing. And that lefty GMT, with the green and the GMT hand, I think is a beautiful piece. And now I'm going to speak directly to the collectors out there. Now, and I'm going to go on record. I know a lot of other guys out there on YouTube. I mean, cheers to everybody out there on YouTube talking about watches. Cheers to you, brother. Cheers to you guys, ladies, whoever's out there on YouTube talking about watches. Hey, we're having a conversation. But in my opinion, the lefty GMT, the green and black GMT, is probably going to be. Now, I'm only speaking to collectors here. I know a lot of people out there on YouTube have said, oh, this watch sucks. Like, oh, this raw. If I see you wearing the left-handed watch in your right hand, I'm going to laugh at you, blah, blah, blah. Look, I understand that they said that, right? But my personal feeling is, hey, I could be wrong, but listen to me. Listen to me. I don't think so. I don't think so. Listen to me what I'm telling you. And if you don't listen, I promise you, you're going to miss out. The lefty GMT is probably to date, the most important watch release of this era. It is going to be probably one of, maybe there's, let's say, 5 tops, the meteorite, few others, but that lefty GMT is probably going to be one of the top 3, if not the top 1, because there's actually a few meteorite watches, right? Few Rolex meteorite watches. I know other people have made left-handed watches, Panerai, this and that, and Rolex has even made a left-handed watch before. Like, I've been watching some of these channels, and these are supposedly watch dealers. They say, oh, this is the first time Rolex ever released a left-handed watch, which is wrong. You don't even know Rolex, and you're just talking. You just have an item that you're selling. Obviously, you have no love for the brand. You have no love for the watch, and you don't know the history. You're just another guy on YouTube talking. And if you people out there in the audience, really? You just don't know, and you're just believing whatever the F they say on the internet. I mean, that's okay. But those of us that know that it's not the first time Rolex makes a left-handed watch. They've made it before. You know what? If you know what that watch is, and if you've been a friend to this channel, you've been a part of this family for anything longer than a minute, you know exactly what that watch is. Be the first to leave it in the comments below, and we'll figure something out for you. Be the first to leave it in the comment below, and I'll give you a shout out on the next video. Yeah, I'll even promote your business or whatever you have. But be the first to leave a comment, and we'll work it out. What was the first Rolex left-handed watch? So anyway, which is probably, I'll give you a hint, is probably one of my favorite. It is one of my favorites. So anyway, this left-handed Rolex GMT, right? If you're a collector, not if you're just 1, 2, 3 watch guy, you have a few pieces and you wear your watches, that's fine. But if you are a collector, if you're building a collection to pass on or to live and enjoy and to check out your watches, clean your watches, go to your box, pick up your lid, look at your pieces, enjoy your pieces, go to events, go to galas, go to functions, wear your pieces, start conversations at the bank, at the opera, wherever you're going, if you are a watch collector, and if you're asking Prophet, what is your opinion on this watch? I'm telling you, this green lefty GMT. Now, as of right now, as of today, 2023, November 2023, this watch is to me the one to get. I've made a video about that before. I know when the watch came out, it came out last year. A lot of these YouTube gurus, they clowned it. They clowned it. But I made this watch as I made a video as soon as it came out. This watch is the one to get. Now, I'm talking about in this price point. I'm not talking about like if you're spending, $150,000 and up, 60, 70, $80,000 and up. I'm talking about in this price point. I'm going to even say $50,000 and lower. This watch right now is the one to get. Now, if they don't make any other left-hand swing watches, left-hand watches, and they discontinue this watch in a year or two, 20 years from now, if you get this watch, keep it in the box, put it on a safe, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Or put it in your watch box and just admire the beauty. Even if you're one of those fortunate guys that your AD doesn't take the tape off of your watches, leave it in your watch box with the tape on it. Put the box up and just leave it there. Admire the beauty in your watch box. And in 20 years from now, I promise you, this is a promise I'm making to you. That one piece is the down payment for your granddaughter's house. If you are looking to make a down payment on your granddaughter's house 20 years from now, pick up this one watch and put it in the safe. Don't wear it ever. Keep it pristine, unworn. Just put it in your watch box and put the box away. But keep it in your watch box. Open the lid. Admire it. Just don't wear it. Keep it pristine. And I guarantee you that this is the one. I promise you, this is the one. F what does other watch YouTubers say. Believe me. I am your favorite watch YouTuber's favorite watch YouTuber. Nobody's got on YouTube. Nobody's got more Rolex watches than me. Nobody's got better Rolex watches than me. I am your Rolex YouTuber's favorite Rolex YouTuber. That's a fact. Just ask him. Just ask him. Ask your favorite Rolex YouTuber who's your favorite Rolex YouTuber. I'm him. I am him. I am the 8. You understand? So listen to me. Listen to me. I mean, one guy is the king of this space, the Pontiff. Shout to you. Shout to the Pontiff. But and I love him and he loves me. So, but all due respect to him, because he's the king of this space. But this Rolex YouTube, I mean, he talks about a lot of watches. The Rolex YouTuber, I'm the king of this space. I don't do live streams. I don't do chat, nothing. I talk my story about watches. I'm the king of this space. Listen, and I'm telling you, the lefty, I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what these gray market dealers say. Listen to me. If you get an opportunity to get the GMT green black left hand like that, you close your eyes, you do it. What does it cost? 12, 13, with tax, whatever it is. You pick it up and you eat beans for the next 10 months. I don't know, whatever. You make sure that if you're lucky enough to get offered that watch at retail, uh, you pick it up. So listen to me, super collectors, guys with millions of dollars in watches are trying to get this watch. So my buddy called me and I was like, yes, hell yeah. Why don't you pick it up? And he was like, ha ha ha. I was just testing you, Prophet, to see. Of course. Yeah, that's the one. And this man tells me that's the one. That was my exact, those were my exact words. That's the one. I'm telling you, this is probably the most important release, Rolex release in modern times. Now, my other buddy, the Ghost, he owns every single modern Rolex. Now, listen how crazy it gets, right? Like, I know you don't know this because, there's no way you can, but listen to me. The biggest AD in his state, I'm not going to mention him because he doesn't really like to be, discretion is once you get to certain level. I mean, there's a couple outliers that like to scream and yell, but discretion mostly, for most people at a certain level is key. So I would say the top two things are their safety and discretion, which probably go hand in hand. So anyway, I can't tell you what city or even what state he's in, but let me just keep it vague. So the biggest AD in his state, the Ghost, uh, has to, whenever they're getting a shipment of watches, they go through it. They tell him what they don't have. I mean, I'm sorry, what he doesn't have, and they offer it to him first because his profile comes up. Most of the watches he's bought with them. Uh, this is a big company nationwide, so they go through his profile. If they receive a watch, so of course he's dealing with the key sales associate, right? Because this is a big company. There's no owner, right? It's a big company. It's corporate. So they go through his profile. They'll see if whether he doesn't have the watch. And I don't care if you think you're on a list or you're allocated or whatever. I'm telling you how it works. This is how it works. So they go through his profile. They see if he doesn't have the watch, just like they did to my buddy, man. Just like they did to my other buddy, man. It's time and time again this happens, and you may think, "Oh no, that's not how it works," and you're waiting for one Steel Explorer. Listen. I'm telling you how it works. So they go through his profile, and every watch they get, before they can give it to someone else, they have to offer it to him first. Just because of his spend. And he is the biggest collector. you know, he's the biggest Rolex collector under that AD's brand. Okay? There you are. So they have to offer him every watch first. If he passes on it, because whatever the case may be, they can go down the list. But I've never seen him pass on a watch. Any watch they offer him and he doesn't have, he picks up, right? So he does not have the lefty GMT. Meaning, what that means is his state, his city, his state hasn't got the watch yet. So that's how rare it is. Do you understand? That watch is rare now. What is it going to be when they discontinue it? What is it going to be in 20 years? Listen to me, man. So I had a good laugh with my buddy, and I hung up the phone. Right? Okay. We're actually going out on Sunday on no Tuesday. Tuesday. We're going out on Tuesday. Sorry, I haven't forgot. I know Tuesday. I got you in my book. So today's Sunday, right? So anyway, so actually, I got off the phone. I said, man, I wonder actually how rare is the left-handed GMT. So let me look it up. So is rare, Rolex is very kind of discreet with their actual numbers that they actually put out. It's actually kind of hard to pinpoint exact numbers, but we did some homework and we got some numbers. So let's go. Okay, so of all the watches that Rolex produces per year, I'm going to tell you how rare the GMTs are. That's why everybody, they want a Pepsi, they want a Batman, Batgirl, whatever, because they're somewhat rare, right? Sure. So overall, Rolex produces 88.5 thousand GMT Master 2s per year. Now, 54,000 of those are steel. Worldwide, now, follow what I'm telling you. Worldwide, 54,000 steel GMTs per year. Now, they produce more gold GMTs than two tones. Believe that or not. So out of the 88.5 thousand GMTs per year produced, 54,000, a little more than half, are steel. And then the balance of that is a higher proportion of gold to two-tone. Okay. So there you go. Roughly, a little more than half goes to the steel market. And then the rest are in between gold and two-tone, with the majority going to the gold. Now, I understand you got the Batman, you got the Pepsi, you got the root beer, you got all these GMTs, right? Beautiful, all of them beautiful. I mean, hey, I love this one. I thought that this was, look, I was one of the first in North America to get the Pepsi. And then when I got this one, I was like, woof, this watch is amazing. And I still love it. I think this is probably, in my opinion, the best steel GMT. Until the Lefty came out. The Lefty, for a collector. Now, if you want to just have a watch, wear a watch, to me, in my opinion, this is the best steel GMT. But for collectors, the best one is going to be the Lefty. And look, because when you collect something, right, you collect it to its rarity. You want to collect rare items. You want it to be a limited amount of people in the world that has the piece. Like you might say, oh, this is one of 300 pieces in the world, right? Like all the billions of people in the world, you are one of 300 that has this piece, So let's just break down the rarity of that. So the watch has only been out 1 year now, right? So 54,000 steel watches have been produced in that time. Now, in that time, how many lefties do you think they made? So I went to the internet and I found out what's the percentage of people in the world that are left-handed. So the facts are is approximately 10% of everybody in the world is left-handed, right? Only 10% of the population are left-handed. So we know that Rolex doesn't presume to make a watch for everybody in the world, right? So if they were to make a left-handed watch for every person in the world, they would make 10% of 54,000, right? Okay. We know they're not making a watch for everybody. They're making it more and more exclusive by the minute. So let's say just for giggles that they will make 5% of the left-handed population, which is probably so you figure that's about 2,500 watches. But I want to cut that in half again. Cut it again because there's no way they're going to make it for half of the left-handed population in the world. So let's cut that down to about 1,250 pieces. And I'm being very generous. I'm being extremely generous. So out of the million watches they produce per year, I mean, there's different accounts. What they're saying anywhere from 800,000 to a million watches per year that Rolex makes. Out of the million watches they make per year, 1,200 of those are the left-handed GMT. 1,200 out of a million, which it's only been out 1 year now. So there's only 1,200 in the world. 1,300, 1,500, 1,500 in the entire world, which I personally think that number is lower. The number to me, if you ask me, worldwide, man, because I know VIPs that don't have it. I know super collectors that don't have it. The biggest collector in the state doesn't have one, would love one. But I know Bud's got one. So I want to say, man, worldwide, generously, I would assume maybe there's 400 or 500 in the world. If that, man, I'm telling you, if you are a collector, this one is the watch to get, man. Don't you dare turn it. I don't care if your wife tells you you can't buy any more watches, whatever the case is, whatever you're doing, if you get the opportunity to buy this watch at retail, don't hesitate for a second. You grab it immediately. And I'm going to go further to say, don't wear it. Don't wear it. You got kids, you got grandkids, you're saving for your grandkids' college, you're doing if you're in New York City, you're doing the plan, 503B, you're doing whatever you're doing. Take this one item as an investment. I'm going to call that watch an investment because it's a collector's piece. Once if they don't make any more left-handed watches and they can discontinue the one left-handed watch they make, and there's only 400 or 500 in the entire world, how many millionaires are in New York City? How many Rolex collectors you think are in New York City? How many millionaires are in California? How many Rolex collectors you think are in California, Florida, all Dubai, all the entire world I'm talking about? If there's only 1 of 500 pieces, let's say they let it rock out 2 years, 1,000 pieces in the whole world. How many Rolex collectors, watch collectors you think are in the whole world? and they're all chasing behind the same carrot, and there's 500 pieces up for grabs. It's up for grabs, and you don't grab it. I'm not. I know that watch is going for double on the gray market, whatever the retail is, but I'm not talking about the short play, man. I'm not talking about the short play. I'm talking about 20 years from now. 20 years from now, that watch is at least discontinued. The 1-2 year run discontinued. 20 years from now, 1,000 in the world, 2,000 in the entire world. That watch might be 4 times multiplier, 4 or 5 times the multiplier. The other watch that I had mentioned before that I want to see who left in the comments below, when it came out, and then when I began chasing that watch, no one wanted it. No one wanted it. No one wanted it. No one wanted it. I made that freaking watch famous. No one wanted that watch. And it was at a 4-time multiplier of what it cost when it originally came out. But they were available because nobody wanted it. You could check, they were available. Chrono, eBay, they were available. They were out there. Now, since the dragon been talking about it, you can't get them. Now all collectors want them. My God, the super collector wants one. Yeah, everybody wants one. You can't get them now. But and they're going for 8-9 time multiplier. After I started talking about them, now they're going for 8-9 time multiplier, and people are buying different run. Anyway, I've been offered a few, but it's the different runs. I want this particular run, and those are unavailable. Those are unavailable. And if you know that had a specific run to what I'm saying about the lefty. About the lefty. It's the exact same thing. This is the opportunity in your lifetime. That was an opportunity of the generation before us. Now, this is the opportunity in your lifetime. Listen, I promise you, if you are a collector, this is a watch that you want to have in your collection. I promise you that. And if you call one watch in your collection an investment for the future, I'm not talking about next year, 2-3 years from now. 20 years from now, this watch will be at a 4 or 5 time multiplier. And that is the watch to get. Now, listen, people might disagree with me. These YouTube gurus, they might disagree with me. But I'm telling you, I'm not selling you no programs. I'm not asking for super chat. I don't want to donate nothing. I'm just telling you to share with the family. This is the watch to get. There's 3 super collectors that I know. One wants one. One is dying for one. One is getting one. And the other one has it. I promise you, this is the one watch to get. This is the one watch to get, man. If you pass on anything else this year or the next, pick this one up. Pick this one up. If you pick this watch up at retail, hey, and after you get it, you stick it in your box, whatever, and you feel like you don't want it, call me. Call me, give me the receipt. I'll give you what you paid for it. I'll be glad to take it off your hands. But if you want to listen to what I'm telling you, pick it up, look at it, enjoy it, marvel in it. Put it in your box and don't wear it, man. That watch is a time capsule watch. I promise you. I promise you that. All right, man. I'm your host, Richard Prophet. I'm going to check on the food. I'm getting text messages. I'm pretty sure that means the food is ready and they want to come in with the food, but they don't want to disturb my video. Thank you for that. Yeah, man. So that's it. That's a nice video. Cheers, family. And cheers to the one. Cheers to the one. And you know who you are. I'm glad you're picking that up. I know you know that it's the one, so I'm glad you're picking that up. And to the ghost, you'll have it soon, brother. As soon as it comes to your state, you know, they're going to offer it to you, so you're going to have it. Cheers to you, my friends. And Bud has already got it, so good on you, Bud. Good on you. All right, so I'm your host, Richard Prophet, the Last Dragon. I'm wearing the Batgirl, Batman on the Jubilee, and thanks for watching, family. All right, we're up. Cheers, family.